Good Tuesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our market intel brief at TOPGUN Options. I'm Wiz. My name is Matthew Buckley. Market kind of in a hovering pattern, man. I'm so happy to say that we are officially a week out from the election, man. Can we just get this behind us so the market can just keep on melting up, right? Just climbing this wall of worry. That August rip your face off rally from the lows was really interesting, man. Rip your face off rally, smash back to the 20, medium rip your face off rally, smash back to the 20, and then barely a rally, hover, smash back to the 20. 2 weeks ago, I put on an S&P 500 hedge. I went out and bought a bear put spread. Last week in one of our live trade briefs, we legged into a tactic called a double vertical on the S&P 500 by adding a bear call spread. I essentially put a roof on the market, and both of those trades hit maximum profit last week. Went from a hedge to a Tredge, and both of them hit max profit as we pulled back and smashed right down to the 20-day moving average as I predicted. So great stuff going on in the market. Love what we're doing. Taking some snipers where I see them, right? Like, look at this one, man. This was sent out a bear call spread, the 58.50, 58.55 for a buck, and then closed it 40 minutes later for a 65% profit. Glad I did too. Let's go look at the S&P 500 right now. Let's bring up SPX. So there you go, right there. Sent out the bear call spread, and the market 41 minutes later imploded, and I got out of it, right? Glad I got out of it because what? The market ripped higher, higher, higher. Obviously, still, it would be at max profit right now, but that's not what I do, folks. When it hits my SOP, man, if I can make 65% on a credit spread in 41 minutes, you close it. But it's funny because I closed it, started doing some more work for the foundation and other stuff, went back and looked at it. I'm like, oh man, glad I closed it. It's funny because I hadn't looked at the S&P 500 until I jumped on to do the video right now. So as I just said, trade would be at a max profit anyway. Doesn't matter. I'd rather be good than lucky. So market was climbing higher. Remember 58.50, 58.25? The market likes the S&P 500 trades in $25 increments. Look at this, like hovering around a 25 level. And then we got pulled up these active magnets. So it's almost like shooting fish in a barrel to trade the S&P 500 off these $25 strikes. We had a great joint live trade brief this morning where we covered Raytheon, right? Raytheon reported earnings last week. They swung to a profit, and then they said, we're going to raise our forward guidance. Doesn't get more bullish than that, folks, or does it? This morning, drinking my cup of coffee, reading the Wall Street Journal. Look at this headline. Pentagon runs low on air defense missiles as demand surges. Ladies and gentlemen, if you had bought Raytheon last, and trust me, folks, old Wiz is talking like this, not new Wiz after sitting with the medicine man, but old Wiz. Look at this, folks. If you bought, let me open up the chart a little bit. There it is right there. There is October 8th of last year. Okay. Let me bring it right to there. October 8th is right around there. If you bought Raytheon on October 8th of last year, you are up 70. Oh, wait, let me just move this up a little bit. About 80%. Look at that. The stock went from $70 to a high of about 130. Almost 100% profit in a year, just over a year, folks. Again, healed Wiz. I hate talking like this, man. It's gross. But if you want a friend, get a dog. I'm here to teach you how to trade options, trade stocks successfully. When you saw October 7th, if you're a human, your heart hurt, you wept, you all sorts of stuff. And on October 8th, you should have bought Raytheon. Okay? Now, so again, if you want a friend, get a dog. I'm teaching you here to make money. When you see a headline like this, folks, we're running out of missiles. The United States of America. We're giving our shit to Ukraine. We're giving our shit to Israel. We give stuff to Taiwan. We're low. So those countries are running out of weapons and missiles. Look at us. Large number of interceptors used to strike missiles, drones in Middle East and Israel and Ukraine raises concerns about U.S. military readiness in the Pacific. If you're Xi Jinping and you're ready to take back that renegade province that they call a renegade province, I call it an independent country of Taiwan, you're reading this headline going, that's fantastic. Now, if you're Wiz, if you're Gordon Gekko, if you're Gordon Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, um, you buy Raytheon here. So we covered Raytheon. We did a big in-depth dive into Raytheon today in our primary brief. So if you remember, make sure you go watch the replay. Really interesting, man. Once we get the election behind us, it's gonna be in the rearview mirror, folks. Now it's back to the Fed, right? Is the Fed going to keep cutting and providing the market with the crack pipe that it wants? Larry Fink, not necessarily an
Generations
idiot
of
when
IT
it comes to
professionals have
investing and
trusted
trading.
My
Larry
Asset
Fink says
Tag to
Fed
deliver
won't cut interest
top-quality
rates
asset
as
tags
much
at
as
the
people
best
think.
prices on the
Warren's
internet, including
inflation
Illumigard
is
tags made
embedded.
with
Great article today on why nobody believes the data, right? BLS used to stand for the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now it's Biden Labor Statistics, right? I don't believe a word that comes out of the government, especially data right in front of the election. But everyday Americans, folks, we live in the inflation. It's burning, it's killing us, it's eating into our buying power, it's eating into our pockets, our livelihood for a lot of reasons. How about credit card debt? Folks, credit card debt, the interest payments that you're making, your interest went from whatever it was, a couple percent up to 19, 20% on some credit cards, man. It's absolutely insane. That is real money. How about your property taxes? How about your home insurance, right? Down here in the state of Florida, good luck trying to get home insurance, folks. It goes up like 9,000% every year. It's absolutely obscene. So it's really interesting. So we don't, look at this. Restaurant tips, weed, gambling, all that stuff remains unaccounted for, folks. So the official inflation metrics don't fully capture the true cost of living for all Americans. The BLS, folks, admits this. This is on the Biden Labor Statistics website. The CPI does not necessarily measure your own experience with price change. A national average reflects millions of price experiences. It seldom mirrors your experience, right? How many times have I told you when I see these inflation numbers, I'm like, it's a lie. And then I can see Camel or Joe talking to me right now, like, well, everything's great in this country, Wiz, and if it's not great for you, it's just you. You're an outlier. That's bullshit, folks. We know things are bad in this country, and man, there's a distinct potential it's going to get a hell of a lot worse over the next 4 years if somebody wins, and you probably figure out who that would be. But like I said, hey man, FOMO, fear of missing out. After the election gets behind us, we might see a rip your face off rally, Santa Claus rally into year end. So a lot of good stuff going on, folks. I'm having a great time trading all this. We're going to talk about Starbucks tomorrow. Chipotle is reporting after hours. I love this headline. Starbucks tells workers to return to work or get fired. What a concept. Amazon did this recently. Like, I can't even believe people are still working from home, quote, for COVID, man. And these companies are like, yeah, we need you to come back to work. Well, no. What do you mean, no? You're fired. And, I love how people now, oh, well, the jobs market's so good, I'll go find something somewhere else. Okay, great. I just can't believe that there are employers out there that still kind of tolerate this type of stuff. Speaking of Amazon, we have earnings on Friday. I'm sorry, Thursday after market close. I think they're going to be good, man. They a little bit of a swing in the miss last time, but I think that Amazon earnings are going to be tight, man. And back to Chipotle real quick. We have a existing position on Chipotle. It's up 40% since we put this on a couple months ago. $4,000. This is a synthetic stock trade on Chipotle. And let's take a look at the chart real quick. Like I said, they have earnings after the close today. We're going to debrief this tomorrow. In our AR, accelerated retirement brief. A little bit of a run up in a Chipotle earnings, so we'll see how they do. I know Alphabet's coming out after the Bell as well, so big week for tech earnings. We'll see if the S&P 500 continues to hover right around the 20-day moving average, or if we're going to have some blowout tech numbers and we rip higher. Don't know if we're going to rip higher, folks, as we're in a holding pattern getting ready for the election. Don't forget to round up for change, man. You can round up your nearest $5, $10 purchases to the No Fallen Heroes Foundation to help fund healing retreats in the United States and abroad to help heal our heroes. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you're hedged. We are. Fights on. Namaste and Basi Basi. Wiz out.